Make the hit for Derby. The Lions go for it on 4th down and a long 3. They need to show the state of Kansas. They are the best.
Andy, we got Garrett Haggett.
Garrett Haggett standing by down with Joe Carnes down on the field. Take it away, Joe.
Garrett, first of all, congratulations, and how much more is this a special feeling since you lost this game last year to the same team?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, there's nothing like this in the world. I mean, I've won a pole vault state championship, and doesn't even come close to this because we're such a... Together as a team, we're so close. I don't think there's ever going to be another team like this.
Tell me what you thought watching Thomas Daniels run today. Have you ever seen him run any better?
We had a speech from a ex-KU coach, and he was talking about how the back should try to never go down, and that's all Thomas kept on saying is, I'm not going down. And he ran the ball like crazy. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Congratulations a lot.
But
Garrett Haggett on the championship Lawrence Lions. Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. I was going to say, let's let him get back in the middle of that group there and have some time to celebrate. As the Lions have the trophy, they have the hardware and the name to go along with it. The 1995 6A state champs. For our statisticians, Mike Zimmerman, Patrick Manning, for Joe Carnes, and Nate Florell. This is Jim Braciano.
dog of the league.
42-20 was the final score in that one. Earlier on, Olathe North beat Blue Valley Northwest 42-20 to advance. The Lions beating Shawnee Mission East 21-0. The Lions coming off, as you mentioned, a convincing win over Olathe North, 32-7 to run their record to 10-1 on the year. The only blemish on that was caused by Olathe North. Now Derby, as we mentioned, coming from behind in their game to reach the finals, knocking off Garden City 30-17, and then beating Manhattan in a come-from-behind win 28-13. They are 11-0, and you can see a good crowd from both sides of the field on hand this afternoon. The Derby Panthers wearing the green and white. They'll be in the white jerseys today, and the Lions come in the red and white jerseys. And we're just a few minutes yet before kickoff. When we come back, we'll go down on the sidelines and talk with Joe Carnes, who will be roving the sidelines for us this afternoon, to have more Lawrence High School football for you from Memorial Stadium right after this.
It's a cold front alert.
Will your heating system survive this winter? Is it down there purring like a kitten? Things solid as a rock? Never think about it, right? Well, the best time to think about your heating system is right now, during your Carrier Inside Guys special trade and save offer. Get a $400 trade-in allowance for your present furnace and air conditioner on a new high-efficiency Carrier home comfort system.
Call Roger Scott at Scott Temperature Equipment, air conditioning and heating specialist since 1945.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
East Side Auto, your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repair, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. East Side Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like East Side Auto.
Introducing the Odyssey, the Honda of minivans, a vehicle designed to comfortably travel the line between needs and desires, designed with the kind of thinking you'd expect from Honda to fit your lifestyle. It's comfortable and inviting, easy to get in and out, with a low step in height, room for 6 passengers, a sunroof to let in fresh air, and front-wheel drive. With places to go and things to do, the Odyssey will take you there in comfort and style. Come see the all-new Odyssey now at Jack Ellen Honda.
You're viewing the scoreboard here at Memorial Stadium. The Jayhawks playing down in Stillwater today, so the Lions own the stadium. There's the Lawrence High fans across the way, and the flag blowing out of the south to show you the conditions for today's game. You couldn't ask for anything better. 56 degrees right now, and the wind blowing out of the south. You see gusting up to 12, 15 miles per hour. Sunny skies, and Nate Florell, I tell you, what we've had to endure the last couple of weeks, it's really shocking that we have such pleasant spring-like weather here as opposed to those 15-degree bone-chilling temperatures we've had.
I was about to say, it seems like we took a trip to Arizona here on a bad day. This is a beautiful day. As you remember, last week we were all freezing. I was down the sideline catching a cold, and Jim was up here as well. It was very cold the past couple weeks, you're right, but you can't ask for anything better than this. The sun's out, and I think we're going to get the shadow somewhere near the third quarter, since it is a 2:30 start, but that's not going to stop these two teams from going out and fighting hard today.
Now, Joe Carnes is down there along the Derby sideline today, and Joe, first off, the wind seems to be blowing rather heftily up here. Down there, it looks like it's still gusting through the stadium.
Yeah, it is, Jim. The wind will certainly be a factor early on.
Well, we're having some problems with your mic, Joe. We'll get that figured out and get back down with you here. Just about 5 minutes before kickoff. And again, these two teams very similar. Last year coming into this game, Nate, we saw a very, very potent Derby defensive unit. And they're very good defensively as well. They only give up a little over 115 yards a game on the rush, which is the Lions' bread and butter, coming in here averaging over 300 yards a game.
Yeah, that may cause some problems today for Dick Purdy, he's going to have to do some different things, I believe, with the play-action pass. I saw down the sideline, J.D. Lauterbar was throwing the ball very well. I think he's capable of throwing the football if they want him to. Senior leadership, Jim, is going to be a big part of this football game. I counted 14 seniors on that Derby team, 7 on offense, 7 on defense. Now, that's 14 guys that were on the team last year that won the state championship game.
While you're talking about the lineups, let's go ahead and take a look at them. First off, the Lions offensive line. Willie McInnes will be across the front. Pat Mason, Glenn Mason's son, playing in perhaps his final football game, is at the left guard position. Lions receiving core. Ortega will start at tight end. Look for John Nelson there as well. He has a catch in that position. The slot back, Dominic Kilpatrick, and the other wide receiver should be starting Pete Grant. There's the Lions backfield. J.D. Lauterbarger, the senior quarterback. And Nate, he has rushed quite a bit more in the last 3 ball games, and mainly because the defense has, the opposition defense has keyed on Thomas Daniels a lot, and that frees the Lauterbarger up in that option.
Yeah, that's what happens late in the season. The defensive scout is just keying on the running backs that hold the ball throughout the whole year. And then finally you get to the point where your coach says to you, hey, run the football, it's there. That end that's been anticipating you has gone out to stop Thomas Daniels. You got about 6 yards to run with, and JD's a heads-up player. He's a very disciplined player, and he's been able to capitalize on the defensive decisions like that.
Well, the Lions faithful waiting for Lawrence High to take to the field. The Derby fans sitting in the stands below us, and they're settling in for what should be a tremendous 6A high school football state championship game. And we'll have it for you live right here on Channel 6 after these words.
Selection service.
Always has been, always will be.
Not like the others. There's no need.
Check them out and you know. No contest.
Talk about selection. It's the best.
And style, we're not talking any old style.
We're talking your style.
We're talking fun, fashion fit.
Remember that?
In downtown Lawrence.
On the scene since 58.
They've seen fashions come and go.
They've rocked and rolled.
Twisted and shouted.
Boogied and discoed.
Surfed and moshed.
They're going to help you.
Not pushy.
Simple, direct fashion.
That's the thing with Aaronsburgs. They're one step ahead.
Everyone knows balls are for throwing, a walk is for exercise, and playing music is for fun. It's even more fun when you're the one making the music. Music is a language for everyone. At Olson Piano and Organ, we have a fine selection of pianos, organs, digital pianos, and ensembles for the amateur as well as the professional. Start your fun today and come see us at Olson Piano and Organ in the Park Plaza, 27th and Iowa.
Hey, stop at that bank. I need some cash.
You have an Earth ATM card?
No, I have an everything I want, everywhere I go, whenever I want, Mercantile Bank, which we just passed card.
Computer coordinates for Mercantile.
I show 50 Mercantile ATMs in this area.
The nearest.
Nearest ATM, the new location on K10.
That's over there.
No, it's over there.
Oh, it's right over there.
With 15 ATM locations, you might have picked one where we could land.
There's only one rent-to-own center where you can rent it for the living room, family room, bedroom, dining room, or kitchen. Where you can rent a washer, dryer, microwave, camera, stereo, VCR, or TV. Rent it for a day, week, month, or as long as you want. Rent it, rent-to-own it, or just buy it. Don't confuse rent-to-own center with anyone else, because only rent-to-own center gives you more options and flexibility to fit your individual needs. You'll notice a difference the first time you talk with us. Rent-to-own center behind Amprise.
We found out we were expecting, so we bought a 3-bedroom house.
Then we found out we were having quadruplets. We needed fast relief.
We called Realty Executives, and they found a 5-bedroom house that we love.
Realty Executives gave us fast relief.
Get fast relief. Call Realty Executives.
Realty Executives is a world leader in real estate with some of the most productive agents in the business. Using state-of-the-art marketing methods, Realty Executives agents get results in your neighborhood and around the world. Realty Executives, when it comes to real estate, we know our way around.
Memorial Stadium, the Derby Panthers taking the field, and they are the defending 6A state champs. The Lions will try to wrestle it back from them here this afternoon. We'd like to remind you that the score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators are remembered. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose the side of good sportsmanship the next time you attend a high school sporting event. Remember, good sports show you how to play the game. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association. And we showed you the Lions offensive setup while they're out there flipping the coin. We'll show you the Panthers offensive line. That's Corman, Etheridge, Valentine will be at center. Keener and West will work the right side of that offensive line, and it's a good one. They'll create a lot of room for the quarterback to throw to Foster. Jared Foster, 41 catches on the year, almost 800 yards receiving. Williams and DeVore. Chris DeVore will also do the kicking for the Panthers. There's Troy Glazer. He's the senior quarterback, throwing for over 1,000 yards this season. Robbins and Holt are the two running backs, and they pretty much go the distance. Chuck Holt with 960 yards on the ground this season. They'll try to get through this Lions defensive line, which it looks pretty much like the offensive line. Ortega, Myers, Foster at the nose guard. Shane Webb at right tackle, and should be Zach Houston at the right end position. Jeff Randall also seeing action there. The two linebackers, Charlie Bremer and Dominic Kilpatrick, look also for John Nelson in that position, as well as Aaron Flory. Lions secondary led by Nate Kaufman, who has 6 interceptions this year. Garrett Addig is at the strong safety position, along with J.D. Lauderbarger at the free safety. And Thomas Daniels will be at the right side cornerback position. So a good matchup. Two different teams personnel-wise over the last years. You look at the Derby Panther wearing the state championship patch this season. And the Lions want that back for their letter jackets.
Jim, very interesting to see both teams come out here. I saw Lawrence come out very subtle. They look like they're very excited but tuned in. They're not too enthusiastic, overzealous. And you see the Derby team come out there just all out fired up. Two different characters. Lawrence has been here before, a heck of a lot more than Derby, but Derby was here last year, and they're ready to defend everything they got.
Panthers won the toss. The Lions will receive and will go into the south wind. Joe Carnes is down on the sidelines. Joe, you ready to talk to us now about the conditions down there? Perhaps a little less wind, a factor down low on the field.
Well, perhaps just a little bit, Jim, but as I was mentioning before we had some audio problems, it was interesting. Derby won the toss, and they elected to defer because they wanted to have the wind at their back to start the ball game. So Lawrence High will go into the wind to start this state championship.
And we're underway, and the kick goes through the end zone. Lauderbarger fields it there, so the Lions will set up on the 20-yard line. So the wind definitely a factor on the kickoff, as that was booted well by Chris DeVore.
Another reason why they may have wanted the win is because they have to throw the football. Lawrence is not necessarily a passing team. You're going to see a lot of option and a lot of stuff off tackle. With that defense, they're already very confident in their defense as well. Have the Derby defense out there right now.
J.D. Lauderbarger, the senior, throwing for 376 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's rushed for a couple as well. Lions 1st and 10. We're underway. Lauderbarger on the pitch. Goes to Daniels. Thomas near the 30-yard line, near another Lawrence High first down. He should have it. They've marked it across the 30, so it'll be first down number 1 for the Lions.
Well, take a look at number 71, Nicky Majeski. He just gets sucked in right here, and J.D. comes to the outside, kicks right off the linebacker. That's his pitch key, number 43. That's what I believe is Aaron Robbins, number 42, and it's a good run by Thomas Daniels. Well-executed Lawrence High play.
Lions very efficient offensively. The handoff goes to the fullback. That's Garrett Addig. And Garrett ahead for about 3 yards. The Derby fans cheer on the defensive unit. And again, it's almost identical teams as far as the numbers read. The Lions averaging 355 yards, almost 356 a game. And of that, Nate, 319 on the ground.
Yeah, they're not going to pass the football that often when they get 4 yards to carry.
Just underway here at the 6A state championship game. Daniels springing to the outside. Thomas has the first down and goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 13-yard pickup for Thomas Daniels.
Well, I tell you what, Jim, Garrett Addick came out and just laid out a flat-out awesome block right here. Watch number 24 come out right on the end. Check this out, folks. That's hard-nosed football. Nothing but that from that kid right there. Watch Thomas Daniels with the great speed around the corner. He's corralled by number 83, Chris DeVore. But that's another Lawrence High first down.
Lions moving right along this drive, starting at the 20-yard line, now out at the 47. This is Addick trying to get over the right side. He's stacked up, will not get it. Ron Duncan, number 34, the left end, grabbed him, a junior.
Well, Duncan's watching the quarterback, and he's looking at the ball. That's his responsibility. 34 comes from that left end side, and he played it well. Remember last time he got sucked in on the option right there, but right there he pretty much cleaned it up.
Justin Williams, the senior tackle, number 44, also in on the tackle for Derby. It'll bring up a second down and still 10. No gain for Garrett Added. JoJo Polk split out, and the Lions keep it on the ground. Added goes right over midfield. 3rd and long now for Lawrence.
Well, Dick Purdy's got to decide what he's going to go to right here. It's interesting to see about a 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6. As you look at the replay, just to give off tackle to Garrett, they may go with the play action pass, but that option's running so well, you might see that as well.
Here's Dick Purdy along the Lawrence sideline across the way. 3rd down, 7 to go. The option goes back to Daniels. He has a small crease, and he's not going to get close to a 1st down. He got stuck at the 46-yard line. It looked like DeVore maybe came in on the stop, and Rob Younger, one of the linebackers in there for Derby High.
Yeah, Younger played this well. He skated to the outside, but watch DeVore, 83, come up right there. That's a solid play by the Panthers.
T.J. Smith, the first man to make the hit for Derby. The Lions go for it on 4th down and a long 3. They need to get it to the 43 of the Panthers. On the option, J.D. Lauderbarger is stopped. J.D. Lauderbarger is stopped at the 44-yard line of Derby.
Well, take a good look. This is what it looks like down low. J.D. come around the corner. He needs to get to that 43-yard line. I don't know if he made it or not, folks. They're going to bring the chains out and take a look here.
That was Duncan who made the initial stop on Lauderbarger. Ryan Parsko also came in for the Panthers. And they are short.
Well short.
Almost a yard. So the Panthers, a first look at them on offense. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. And on the rollout, that's Glazer. He wants to throw, swings it, it's complete to the fullback. Inside the Lions' 39-yard line. That's Justin Williams, the tight end, his 2nd catch this year. 17-yard gain by the Panthers on 1st down.
Well, this is what they do best. They play action pass you to death. Watch the quarterback Glazer come right out, and he just kind of throws a pop pass. He has the option to run the football or just pop it over the middle right there to his tight end, who is skating with him the whole way. And a nice run by number 44, Justin Williams.
1st down and 10 from the Lions' 39-yard line. 8:40 to play here in the first. Here's the pitch. He goes back to Chuck Holt, the tailback, and Holt turns the corner, gets past Grady, and Chuck Holt goes down at the Lions' 29, close to another 1st and 10.
Well, what you want to look for right here is that's the pitch key, number 24, Garrett Addy. But watch Lee Myers come down here in pursuit. This is great pursuit by the Lawrence line. He's just a D tackle coming all the way down here to be in on the play. They run the option well, but they're not as quick as you can see. Their tailbacks aren't as quick as the Lawrence tailback, but they can get the job done.
2nd down and 1. Perhaps a play action pass here. Foster is split out instead, right on the ground to the fullback this time. He has the 1st down. That's Aaron Robbins, his 81st carry of the season. Now, Joe Carnes is right behind that Derby bench, and Joe, the momentum appears to be in favor of Derby right now, but the players along the sidelines think it looks like it's just business as usual.
Well, this is certainly what Derby wanted and why they took the win. They wanted to get the short field, have good field position for their first drive, and score early, and apparently they've got it on a roll right now.
Mixing a lot of plays in there as well, Nate.
Good blocks up front by Rob Keener and Matt West, the right guard and right tackle.
Derby team averaging almost 29 points a game. Looking for the first here in this contest. Straight drop. Glazer going for the end zone. Has his man down there, and it's in and out of the hands. It may have been knocked away by Nate Kaufman. Chris DeVore was the intended receiver.
Well, DeVore ran a flag route, and he ran it well, but Nate Kaufman, he was beat on this play. Jim, watch him, and it looks like there's a flag on the play somewhere back around the line of scrimmage. But watch Nate Kaufman close in. This is what you call closing speed right here. You need that solid heads-up play by Nate Kaufman.
Here's a good look at Chris DeVore, 6'3", 178, just a junior. Here's the call from the official.
Second down.
Now they'll pick up the flag and make it 2nd down and 10. Good defensive coverage on that play by Nate Kaufman. He goes at 5'6". DeVore stands at 6'3". A little bit off that pass. Boy, I tell you, Robbins is a big one back there, fullback. 6 foot, 213. From the Lions' 27-yard line. Here's a little screen. Holt, and Chuck Holt finds his way down to the Lions' 23. Clock still rolls at 7:15. No score here in the first.
Well, Jim, head coach Tom Young right there made a nice call. This is a blitz all out. He anticipated this. He must have saw it coming, so he threw the swing pass. This allows you to have one man to beat. And really, if Holt can have the sideline right there, he's got a greater chance of getting in the end zone.
Dominic Kilpatrick in on the tackle for the Lions. A gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 5. Glazer wants to throw for it. He has DeVore to the near side. Now Glazer will tuck it in, and he's corralled at the 21-yard line. He'll be shy of a 1st down. Charlie Bremer, number 32, was over there, along with J.D. Laudebarger, the free safety for Lawrence High School. Glazer has been sacked a few times, but he still managed 484 yards rushing.
Well, what he's trying to do right here, he really wants to get the football to Jared Foster downfield, probably at the bottom of your screen, but he decides to tuck it up. Good coverage by Lawrence Lions downfield.
Nice tackle by Charlie Bremer. 4th down, 3 to go. The Lions failing to convert on their 4th down situation. Glazer keeps it himself, runs into a Lions defender, and he will not get there. And the Lions defensive unit has held. Well, that option just didn't work to the near side of the field, Nate.
It really didn't. It's hard to run the option to the close side of the field. You just don't have enough room to do it. They closed down well. What that defense did is just close down and just make him go inside, and he doesn't have the kind of speed to do that. He's better off just passing the football and kicking the ball out, but he couldn't. Great play by the Lawrence High defense right there, playing sound, disciplined football.
We have a timeout on the field. It comes with 5:39 to play. Lawrence High and Derby scoreless here in the first.
These Lawrence area businesses salute the Lions.
Since 1983, the 24-hour Walmart and its associates have supported the Lawrence High winning tradition. Walmart salutes the 1995 Lions on a great season.
Avoid car problems this winter. Call or stop by Don's Automotive Center. Fast and professional, Don's Automotive Center, 11th and Haskell.
Lawrence Pizza Company celebrates the success of the Lawrence Lions football with a weekend special. 1 large, 1-topping pizza and 2 drinks for $10 with free delivery.
Thousands of people are driving vehicles with this emblem because they shopped around and found the best price and the best service at Jim Clark Motors right here in Lawrence. But getting the best deal on a new or used car or truck is only part of the story because Jim Clark Motors has 50 employees who work, live, shop, and pay taxes right here in Lawrence. So why pay more at an out-of-town dealership when you can buy in Lawrence and save money? Jim Clark Motors, 29th in Iowa, where you always buy for less.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Jim Brasciano, Nate Plurell, and Joe Carnes. No score, 5:39 to play. Here in the first quarter, the Lions have the football at their own 19-yard line. Lawrence High with 4 and out in its first possession. Excuse me, I lost it on downs. On its 4th down, it's J.D. Lauderbarger on the keeper. It's out near the 23-yard line. It's the 8th play the Lions have had offensively today, all on the ground.
It's not a bad play by J.D. right here. He can't do anything but just tuck it up right here and get 3-4 yards. Smart heads-up play.
It was Scott Reed, the outside linebacker, just a junior for Tom Young's club.
He's one of the 4 juniors on defense, a very experienced football team out there.
Lions 2nd down and 6. Polk on the trailer. JoJo trying to get outside and can't. Runs into a couple of white jerseys and stretches it out to the 26-yard line. Good coverage on that end-around option. JoJo Polk, a running back, also a receiver for Lawrence High.
What they're trying to do is just draw the defense to the top of the screen and then bring out the option. JoJo's got great speed, but you can't do much when you got two defenders right there, Rob Younger and Troy Glazer.
Polk picks up 3 on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 3, 4:20 out of play here in the first. Neither team yet to crack the scoreboard. Daniels lines up with Attig in the backfield. Polk now the wideout. Handoff goes to Garrett. Struggles to get near the 30. He has the first down for Lawrence High School.
That's great second effort right there by Garrett Attig. Good blocking up front by Shane Wedd and Pat Mason. Watch the left-hand side of your screen. Look at Garrett get up there. He gets jolted right there, but he keeps his legs going. That's one of his strengths is his second effort, and he just barely got the first down right there. Good effort by Garrett.
Aaron Robbins was the first man to get to him. A senior middle linebacker. Clock under 4 minutes now here in the first. First down and 10 Lions. Pitch goes to Thomas Daniels. He's hit at the 35 and spins for a 5-yard pickup out to the 36-yard line. You know, I talked a little bit with these running backs this week about the turf and playing on it. And Thomas Daniels came off a career-high game last week against Olathe North, 229 yards. And Thomas said last year in the state championship game, Nate, he didn't really like the turf. He couldn't get his footing as well, and he said, in fact, he got burned for a touchdown pass because he couldn't make the cut to cover. He seems to be doing all right on it today so far.
He seems to be doing a good job, and I was just wondering, you know, last week it seemed like it was turf-like conditions. You got to run just pretty much hard if you're going to run well, and he does a good job of that.
2nd and 5. Attig goes up the middle. Gain of 2. And Joe Carnes, you're down along the sidelines. Have you seen any slippage yet on the feet or on the cleats of any of these running backs either side of the field?
No, I really haven't, Jim. The footing is really solid. The field is dry. It's a fast track, and that's not a problem. Most of the players on both sides are wearing tennis shoes, much like you'd see on a basketball court, to try and grip this turf.
Here's Tom Young, and the glasses looking on. Job he's done over the years. 23 straight wins for the Panthers. Handoff goes to Attig. He stopped on 3rd down and 4. He gained 1. And now the Lions at their own 38-yard line, Nate, will be faced with whether they want to kick this football into a stiff wind.
Well, this is an identical play. The only difference is that center box area is won over by Derby. Scott Reed came up and made the tackle, but that was run right up front with Justin Williams and Ryan Pascal.
It's a situation where J.D. Lauderbarger may change his cadence to try and get the free first down. They need 4, and they need 3. 5-yard penalty would give them the first. Attig. No, it's Lauderbarger on the pitch. Look out, Thomas Daniels. Thomas inside the 15. Touchdown Lions. 62 yards. Thomas Daniels cracks the scoreboard.
And you look at Thomas Daniels and J.D. Lauderbarger saying, hey, that's all right there. Great execution. J.D. does a great job just stringing it out. Unfortunately for Derby, they had one man up there. That was Chris DeVore to stop this option. And Thomas Daniels does a great job of keep those legs going all the way to the house.
Now Daniels opened up the second half of the game with Olathe North last week with a 64-yard touchdown or 65-yard touchdown run, and now Lauderbarger for 2, and that one's knocked away, so it'll stand 6-0. Lawrence High School with the lead. We have a penalty flag in the end zone, so we'll stay here while we sort that out. It'll be charged against the Lions. In Derby, I imagine, would just go ahead and decline it.
Ineligible receiver on the try. It's declined. Tried for point. No good. We'll kick it off.
6-0 the score. We'll be back with more championship football right after this. A lob. Great ball. What a shot ball. On one, Gurley right side. CV lays it in.
We'll give everybody out there a little chance
turnover, and Haskell catch all the action. Kansas Jayhawk basketball. Join me, Jim Braciano, along with Mike Maddox for all the excitement. Watch same-day coverage of every home game on Sunflower Cablevision Channel 6.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
Thomas Daniels' 62-yard touchdown run has given the Lions a 6-0 lead in this football game. 1:43 left to play here in the first quarter. Late first quarter score, KU and Oklahoma State tied at 7. David Humbarger's kickoff taken by the up man at about the 26-yard line. And nailed at the 29. Aaron Robbins. Well, the Panthers with decent field position for its second possession. Derby started its first drive at the 44-yard line. Turned it over on downs. And the Lions in it. Their first possession, turned it over on downs, and then Daniels on 4th down takes off 62 yards for the score. Troy Glazer at quarterback for the Panthers. Somebody may have jumped early, but the handoff goes to the tailback. That's Chuck Hull across the 40.
Well, Hull had a big hole right up front. They got a big line, 238 pounds, Matt West. Take a look at number 75. Just clean his man out if you can see it. He's got a lot of room to run right there because they're winning it up front. And surprisingly, they've got a very big offensive line. You figure they'd have lost some people from last year, but a lot of people are back, and they've done a solid job up front, especially at the center position and Adam Valentine.
Holt now 2 carries for 15 yards. That one good for 6, and he'll get it again. Dances his way near the 45-yard line. He'll be stopped shy of a first down. Charlie Bremer, one of the Lions' interior linebackers, made the stop. You see Shane Wedd, number 52, in there as well. Jason Newhall checks into the game, number 22. He's a wide receiver for the Panthers. Thomas Daniels will pick him up on coverage. 3rd down and a yard. And we have played through 1. And when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 1, Derby, as we change ends of the field. 6-0 the score. Lions with the lead.
Your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repairs, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. Eastside Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like Eastside Auto.
A lot of preparation goes into Thanksgiving. You want everything to be just right. But for that special touch, to tie it all together, why not include a table centerpiece from Owens Flowers? And Owens can match whatever your decor. It can bring out the spirit of your holiday gathering, whether you're giving or receiving. For an eye-pleasing table setting at Thanksgiving, a centerpiece from Owens is the next best thing to the turkey.
Here's the coaching staff of Lawrence High School. The Lions up 6-0 on a 62-yard run by Thomas Daniels on 4th down and 2. Derby now looking at 3rd down and 1 from its own 44-yard line. Glazer pitches it back. Chuck Holt eludes the tackler, and Holt has the first down near midfield. Holt with the 5-yard pickup increases Derby's rushing total now to 29 yards. 51 yards total offense for the Panthers. The Lions with 114, more than half coming on that 62-yard run by Thomas Daniels. Glazer, a lot of time there prior to the snap. Troy Glazer gets into Lions territory, and he's pulled down by Big Lee Myers. All 216 pounds of him corralled him after a 1-yard gain.
Well, I don't know about 216 pounds. Take a look at this guy right here. I think he's bigger than this, Jim, and he's so much quicker than you'd think. Watch 75 just get around. He shed his man off. That's not easy to do, folks. And then he just corrals him down like he's whipping around rattlesnakes. This guy, he can play some defense.
He handled Matt West, who goes to 238. Big Lee in all conference selection. Unanimous pick. Second down, a long 8. Almost 9 now for the Panthers. And again, look at Glazer taking his time there, Nate.
Well, he's making an audible check right there. He's going to throw the quick right there.
And his pass is complete. Foster had it, and he lost it out of bounds. It goes backwards. He was near first down territory, but it was stripped away, and it goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line of the Lions.
Yeah, what I was trying to say, Jim, is he saw something in the defense. He's coached up to do this. If the quarterbacks are playing off, he's going to make an audible check. I don't know what the check is, but it's probably something saying, hey, run the quick curl, because they had it right there. Unfortunately, the ball got knocked out of his hands and pushed back just a little bit, but that was a heads-up play by the senior quarterback, Troy Glazer. He's making audible checks. That's a very dangerous thing to have going against your defense.
They'll give him 6 on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. Derby 1 for 2, converting in 3rd down situations today. Glazer wants to throw. He has Foster out there, tucks it in, gets past John Nelson, but is pulled down at the Lions 41. Close to a first down, and again, Lee Myers in on the stop.
Again, great pursuit by Lawrence right there. Glazer's going to try to use some nifty footwork. As you can hear, the Derby fans getting a little bit upset because they thought he had the first down for sure, but good solid tackle by Lee, but great hustle by the whole defense right there.
Yeah, the Derby fans didn't like the spot. And they're short by just that much. Well, the coaches are out there talking with the officials as well. They wanted to re-stretch that chain.
Well, I don't know what re-stretching a chain would do.
They're awful close. Joe Carnes, you're right down there. What about the spot?
Well, I think they're very upset with where the football was initially placed. It has nothing to do with the chains or the chain links. They're just mad. They thought that they had the first down when Glasser fell forward, and they feel they got a bad spot.
Well, they'll have to go for it on 4th down. They have tried once before and did not convert. We've yet to see a punter in this football game. And now the defending state champion crowd gets on its feet. Lawrence High fans across the way shouting defense. Big 4th and inches. And line up in the I formation. Glazer pitches it back. Holt. Chuck Holt hit behind the line. He didn't make it. A flag comes down. Nate Kaufman was in on the tackle for the Lions. Ellis Daniels in there as well.
We got a penalty. Watch the pursuit right here. I'm really surprised they didn't go with the quarterback sneak, but it looks like they just got a call. There was a face mask call down on the field.
That was at the tail end of that play.
Well, they caught a big break. Really, Tom Young surprised me right there because it looked like if he had gone with the quarterback sneak, they would have gotten it.
He pitched that deep.
Face mask during the run, 15 yards, first down.
Oh, that's a big 15-yard penalty.
When it's a 15-yarder, it's a blatant penalty.
It pushes the football all the way down to the Lions' 26. First and 10 Panthers, down by 6 points. 9:58 to play before halftime. Handoff Holt. He has a big hole down near the 21-yard line of the Lions. Chuck Holt doesn't explode through those holes, Nate, for a big kid. He goes at 190 pounds, and he dances his way into those.
He really does. He's got quick feet, and he can take a lot of hits. I suppose he drags a lot of people around with that big body. 190 pounds at 5'8". He's got a sturdy frame for getting a few yards. But the guys that are doing it for him are the guys up front. Rob Keener and Matt West are just cleaning their guys up and doing a great job of providing some space for Chuck Holt.
Holt has 25 yards and 6 carries. He averages 5.5 a tote. This is the fullback down near the 20-yard line, but no more for Aaron Robbins. Dominic Kilpatrick on the top of the pile. Robbins kind of bent over backwards over one of his own men.
Well, this guy's not that shabby either. There's a good ground view right there. Watch 42 cover the football up well and just kind of drive those legs and get a couple of yards. That's not easy.
Shane Wedd was the first to hit him for the Lions. It'll bring up a third down and almost 5 to go. Glazer throws it. It's complete at the 12, and Foster down to the 9-yard line. An 11-yard pickup on the pass play.
Well, Glazer saw it again. He went to another audible check and just threw that quick route right there to Foster. They want to get this guy the ball. He's got the majority of their yardage this year. Gains an extra 5 yards on second effort. This guy gained 765 yards of their offense, and Glazer threw for 1,000 of that.
Charlie Bremer was in on the tackle. Nate Kaufman on the coverage for the Lions. First down, goal to go from the 9-yard line. Glazer on the option. And he finds some room and gets down near the 8 before he's pulled down around the legs by Dominic Kilpatrick. Well, it's a long, steady drive, Joe Carnes. They're just pounding it away against the Lions.
Well, they are. They're doing a good job of throwing the ball when they have to. Robbins coming back into the game now. They took him out because of the blood rule. He had a rug burn on his elbow, and it was bleeding, and the officials said, you've got to go get that taken care of. So he left for a few plays. He's back in there.
Ron Duncan sub for him. It was a gain of 1 on that last play. Foster split out to the near side. 5-10 against Kaufman. On the ground, straight ahead to the fullback. A flag is thrown. And Chuck Holt looked like it was against his Panther teammates.
Yeah, I think there was some movement on the right side of the line.
It stops the clock at 7:16. And that'll back the Panthers up 5 yards.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, still second down.
Last year it was a 7-0 game at halftime, and the Panthers ran off 14 third-quarter points. They take a 21-0 shutout over the Lions. And Lawrence High does not give up points in the third quarter. They have outscored the opposition 79-7. In fact, this has been the best quarter for the opposition, scoring 45 points all year long. To the end zone on double coverage. That one picked off by Laudebarger. J.D. Laudebarger.
Big play by J.D. number 12. He timed his leap well. Watch his athletic ability. Just playing. This is a phenomenal play. It's a guy that plays baseball, basketball, and football. He is an athlete. He's the leader out there. Watch, he gets in his crouch and he comes out, and watch him time his leap right here. Great timing. Heads-up play was on his man. You couldn't ask for anything more from number 12.
That's the third interception by Lauderbarger this year. Back behind him on the play was Nate Kaufman, and he has 6 picks.
One thing you like about JD is he goes both ways, and he has leadership on both sides of the ball.
Lauderbarger is going to be sacked back at the 16-yard line. Nick Majeski was back there, and Chris DeVore shot through.
Ron Duncan makes the tackle right here. Majeski, DeVore, all those guys are in there to corral JD. They just kind of, one thing about this defense I've noticed, just in the few minutes that I've been here watching them, is they respond to adversity. Both these teams do. Something goes wrong, somebody steps up, and they do a good job of that. They got great heart.
And that carries you a long way in a football season, Nate, for these two teams right here to the state championship game. Thomas Daniels picking his way back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Lions.
Well, the great thing about it is we get a chance to watch it, talk about it. It's like going to a prize fight. These guys are going to get hit. They'll get knocked down, but they'll get back up. Look at Thomas Daniels. He didn't have much to work with, and he got 3 yards, got back to the line of scrimmage. Not a bad job.
Daniels almost 100 yards now on the ground. Lawrence High fans across the way, the benefit of the sunshine, keeping it a little bit warmer over there. Near 60 degrees in Memorial Stadium. The pitch goes to Daniels. Thomas finds a little crease. Daniels still on his feet. Thomas could go. Daniels down at the 20-yard line of the Panthers. 60 yards for Thomas Daniels.
Well, this is a big-time play. Watch number 25. Take a look at number 75. Key block right there by Lee Myers, springing his man loose. Only one man to beat, Troy Glazer. He comes from behind. I tell you what, Thomas Daniels, he is not a blue chipper on paper, but he is. When you watch this guy play, you're convinced that he can do some great things, and he just continues to impress lots of folks.
Nice tackle by Glazer, but a better run by Thomas Daniels, now up to 157 yards in this first half. 5 minutes to play. Attic is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And he was met by a host of white shirts. It was Ron Duncan, number 34, who made the stop.
Well, they want to give Thomas a break right here. You got to run plays like this, even though you know it may not be there at that time, because that sets up the option. And Lawrence relies on the option heavily.
Lawrence High tight end John Nelson, a slight limp as he heads to the sideline. JoJo Polk in one of the wide receiver positions. He comes on the option behind Lauderbarger. JD inside the 10. Lauderbarger down to the 7. 1st and 10. 1st and goal, Lions.
Well, JD had an alley right there. He really wanted to pitch this football. He kept looking at his back. You don't always do this when you run this to perfection. You ever see a Nebraska offense, you don't always see the quarterback look back there, but he gave a great fake and he tucked it up and held on to the football.
Aaron Robbins buried him at the end of the play. But he had JoJo Polk almost in that slot position, Nate, come around and trail him for the pitch if need be.
JD wanted to get into JoJo's hands because he's got incredible speed.
Now we got the power eye with Nelson blocking. And down inside the 5-yard line goes Daniels. He maintains his footing.
Well, here's something they did for the first time last week that I had seen. They put Big John Nelson in the backfield there. Watch number 85. This guy's got a lot of beef up front, and he can knock some people, move them around. He's kind of like a hitman. This guy comes in there, and he knocks about 3 guys in the side of the head, and they don't know where they're at. It's a good idea by Dick Purdy to have him in there blocking for Thomas Daniels.
Daniels now up to 159 yards. He trails Lauderbarger. JD inside the 5, down near the 2, and he's stacked up. Well, it is tough to crack the end zone against this Derby defense.
They're just so quick. They're quick up front. They're not necessarily a huge team on defense, but they got defensive speed. A lot like the Kansas Jayhawks. They don't have incredible athletes, but they got a lot of unity and a lot of quickness.
Yeah, better.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Daniels, no. He was caught from behind by Jared Foster.
Well, Foster came up from a strong safety position. They're basically bringing everybody on the line of scrimmage. They're down on the 1-yard line. This is 4th and 1, folks. Lawrence has got to get in here, and Derby is thinking we got to hold these guys up.
The Lions will take a timeout to talk about it with 2:27 remaining. It's 6-0 Lawrence High School. 4th and goal from the 1 after this.
Aaronsburg, style, selection, service.
Always has been, always will be.
Not like the others, there's no need.
Check them out and you know, no contest.
Talk about selection, it's the best.
And style, we're not talking any old style.
We're talking your style.
We're talking fun, fashion fit.
Remember that?
In downtown Lawrence.
On the scene since '58.
They've seen fashions come and go.
They've rocked and rolled.
Twisted and shouted.
Boogied and discoed.
Surfed and moshed.
They're going to help you.
Not pushy.
Simple, direct fashion.
That's the thing with Aaronsburg's. They're one step ahead.
Introducing the Odyssey, the Honda of minivans, a vehicle designed to comfortably travel the line between needs and desires. Designed with the kind of thinking you'd expect from Honda to fit your lifestyle. It's comfortable and inviting, easy to get in and out, with a low step in height, room for 6 passengers, a sunroof to let in fresh air, and front-wheel drive. With places to go and things to do, the Odyssey will take you there in comfort and style. Come see the all-new Odyssey now at Jack Elena Honda.
Lions break the timeout huddle. 2:27 to play. Quickly, let's go down to Joe Carnes here. 4th and goal from the 1, Joe.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting, Jim, on that last play. Derby got great penetration, prevented Daniels from jumping in over the top. One thing I've noticed early on here is Lawrence has had the ability to get outside, something they couldn't do in last year's championship game.
Good point. Right now they go with the power I again. 4th and goal. Daniels, he's not going to make it. The Panthers defense is held. Rob Keener in to make the stop as they just stacked it up inside.
Well, once again, 33, Jared Foster comes in there with Keener, and they make a big play, allowing that line to come up there and keep them out of the end zone. 33 is playing a great, strong safety today, catching guys in the backfield. That was just a big-time play.
Offensively, he has 3 catches as well for 20 yards, and now 99 yards away are the Panthers from tying this game up. Handoff goes to Holt, the tailback. He maybe got a yard on the carry. Clock at 2 minutes. Late score for you here in the first quarter. Kansas leads Oklahoma State 9-7 on a safety in the first quarter. That drive by the Lions went 79 yards in 9 plays, all on the ground, before they turned it over for the second time on downs here this afternoon. It's ironic as well, the Lions in 3 possession, Nate, 3 different possessions, have gone on 4th down situations. One of them has been made into a touchdown. Hand off to Holt again out near the 3. And the clock's at 1:23. The Lions, I imagine, will burn a timeout here in order to set up field position.
Well, this defense is playing very stingy. Their linemen are holding their men up, and the linebackers are coming up and making the tackles. The battle is definitely being won up front.
6-0 our score. Back after this.
Hey, stop at that bank. I need some cash.
You have an Earth ATM card?
No, I have an everything I want, everywhere I go, whenever I want, Mercantile Bank, which we just passed card.
Computer coordinates for Mercantile.
I show 15 Mercantile ATMs in this area.
The nearest.
Nearest ATM, the new location on K10.
That's over there.
No, it's over there.
No, it's right over there.
With 15 ATM locations, you might have picked one where we can land.
There's only one rent-to-own center where you can rent it for the living room, family room, bedroom, dining room, or kitchen. Where you can rent a washer, dryer, microwave, camera, stereo, VCR, or TV. Rent it for a day, week, month, or as long as you want. Rent it, rent-to-own it, or just buy it. Don't confuse rent-to-own center with anyone else, because only rent-to-own center gives you more options and flexibility to fit your individual needs. You'll notice a difference the first time you talk with us. Rent-to-own center behind Amprize.
There's a Derby Panther offensive unit now faced with 3rd down and 8 to go, hitting at 50% on 3rd down conversions in this football game. The running backs are behind the goal line. The football at the Panthers 3. The Lions with 1 timeout remaining here in the half. It'll be a keeper by Glazer, maybe to the 4-yard line. And the Lions will cook another timeout with 1:15 left. And now you're faced with a situation, Nate, where you have one healthy win in your face. And the Panthers will have to punt it away when we come back. 1:15 remaining here in the first half.
These Lawrence area businesses salute the Lions.
Since 1983, the 24-hour Walmart and its associates have supported the Lawrence High winning tradition. Walmart salutes the 1995 Lions on a great season.
Avoid car problems this winter. Call or stop by Don's Automotive Center. Fast and professional, Don's Automotive Center, 11th and Haskell.
Lawrence Pizza Company celebrates the success of the Lawrence Lions football with a weekend special. 1 large, 1-topping pizza and 2 drinks for $10 with free delivery.
Thousands of people are driving vehicles with this emblem because they shopped around and found the best price and the best service at Jim Clark Motors right here in Lawrence. But getting the best deal on a new or used car or truck is only part of the story because Jim Clark Motors has 50 employees who work, live, shop, and pay taxes right here in Lawrence. So why pay more at an out-of-town dealership when you can buy in Lawrence and save money? Jim Clark Motors, 29th in Iowa, where you always buy for less.
Derby head coach Tom Young, very successful down in that town south of Wichita. Has built a great program over the last couple of years. 3rd year in a row the Panthers are here. And you're looking at the punter, Ron Duncan. Duncan averaging 32 a kick. 1 step. Floats a knuckler. Fair catch called for. That could be the key play to this half as J.D. Lauderbarger catches it at the 29-yard line, Nate. And now the Lions in good field position with the wind and plenty of time to score again.
Plenty of time to run the option, get to the sideline, and get out of bounds. That is awesome field position for them. Big break.
It's been Thomas Daniels, 159 yards. He has 2 runs of 62 and 60. Lauderbarger to throw, has Polk out there. Swings it out, complete at the 20-yard line. And a flag is thrown. Holding will be the call against Lawrence High School back at the 38-yard line. Lawrence High leads at 6-0. We'll try to take another look at that play, see if we can find out where the hole happened.
Offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Watch where the official throws. He didn't even throw his flag right there. He threw something in his back pocket. It happened right around where J.D. was.
That pushes the Lions back 15 yards, 1st and 30. Pass is going to be picked off at the 20-yard line by the Panthers. That's the quarterback who made the interception, Troy Glazer. Glazer has shown his speed and quickness in that quarterback position, and he has the pick this afternoon. For Lauderbarger, only the 4th interception thrown this season.
Well, if you throw an interception like that, that's the one you want to throw. This point in the game, it would have been a gimme, a gift for Lawrence to score right there with all the breaks they had, holding them on defense and then catching that punt. That's all right. You don't lose momentum by that, and you definitely don't get dejected.
The 6-0 score. And they'll keep it on the ground. Chuck Holt follows a block by his fullback, and then he's put down by Kilpatrick at the 25-yard line.
Well, Tom Young's playing it conservative, just handing the football off. That last series when they had the ball, surprised they didn't throw the football at all, but obviously when you get this point in the game, when you're going to go into halftime, you don't want to cause any more turnovers, especially when you're down 6-0.
Charlie Bremer also in on the tackle. 2 seconds remain. They will not get another play off here. We will have gone through 2 quarters. The defending state champions down 6-0, reminiscent perhaps of a year ago where Derby was up 7-0 at halftime. Much more coming up here from Memorial Stadium. And stay tuned for the Jack Elena halftime report. We'll have the highlights from the first half, some numbers for you, and of course the marching bands from both Derby High School and Lawrence High School all next on the Jack Elena halftime report. 6-0 our score here at halftime. Lions out in front of the Derby Panthers.
Everyone knows balls are for throwing, a walk is for exercise, and playing music is for fun. It's even more fun when you're the one making the music. Music is a language for everyone. At Olson Piano and Organ, we have a fine selection of pianos, organs, digital pianos, and ensembles for the amateur as well as the professional. Start your fun today and come see us at Olson Piano and Organ in the Park Plaza, 27th and Iowa.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
East Side Auto, your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repair, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. East Side Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like East Side Auto.
Danny Manning cares about the children of Douglas County. He knows that our children are our future. That's why he supports the Lawrence Area Toys for Tots campaign. By donating to Toys for Tots, you can help make sure this holiday season is happy for every child in Douglas County.
Support your local
Toys for Tots campaign.
It's a winner!
We're at halftime where the Panthers, the defending state champs from Derby High School, trail Lawrence High School 6-0 in what has been an action-packed first half. A couple of big runs by the Lions, Thomas Daniels, and really the only difference in this game was a 62-yard run by Daniels as far as the scoreboard goes, but the Panthers, Nate Florell, had a tremendous goal line stand early on.
They did, and they needed it. They've got a very solid defense, Jim, and it really shows because that goal line stand showed the kind of character they have. You know, they're at the situation in the ball game where they could have quit, but they didn't. And that senior leadership they have on defense paid off right there.
We want to remind you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they're translated into one word. That's sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. It makes sense to exhibit good sportsmanship. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association, one of our proud sponsors for today's game. Sideline, Joe, quickly, your thoughts on that first half. You were a little bit closer to the action behind both benches. It didn't look like there was a lot of emotion shown by these teams as far as the benches were concerned, with the exception of that goal line stand by the Derby Panthers.
Well, I think, Jim, both teams have been here before, and they're concentrating and focusing so much on what they're trying to do that they're not letting their emotion get in the way. But I think it's more determination on both sides. And if I'm Lawrence High in the second half, I want to try and figure out a way to utilize Thomas Daniels' speed and get him to the outside. We've seen what he can do when he can get to the sideline. We've also seen that Derby's size up front is causing Lawrence some problems when they try and run off tackle. So I think Coach Purdy's probably trying to figure out how we can get Daniels to the outside and get J.D. to the outside. Not that he's going to give up sending Attic up the middle, but that play has not been very effective so far this afternoon.
You were down along the sidelines a year ago as well, and it's almost reminiscent of that same football game. Two teams evenly matched going head-to-head. Do you get that sense that it's going to come out that the Lions can be the Panthers this year, so to speak, score those 2 touchdowns in the third, and then hang on defensively?
Yeah, I think so. I think Lawrence is a stronger team so far from what I've seen. They've done a good job. I think field position in the wind is going to be a big factor in the second half. Teams that get the ball from the 40-yard line and in, so to speak, are going to have to take advantage of those 60-yard scoring opportunities. When you've got to go the length of the field, it's much more difficult. And that missed opportunity perhaps there near the end of the first half where Lawrence couldn't punch it in could come back to haunt them.
All right, Joe, thank you. Hang out down there for a little bit. We'll get back to you before the start of the second half. We are at halftime. You're watching the Derby Panthers marching band. Let you hear a little bit from them, and then we'll take a timeout, come back with the Lawrence High School marching band across the way. Stay with us. This is the Jack Ellena halftime report.
Introducing the Odyssey, the Honda of minivans, a vehicle designed to comfortably travel the line between needs and desires. Designed with the kind of thinking you'd expect from Honda to fit your lifestyle. It's comfortable and inviting, easy to get in and out, with a low step in height, room for 6 passengers, a sunroof to let in fresh air, and front-wheel drive. With places to go and things to do, the Odyssey will take you there in comfort and style. Come see the all-new Odyssey now at Jack Ellena Honda.
Aaronsburg's Style Selection Service.
Always has been, always will be.
Not like the others. There's no need.
Check them out and you know, no contest.
Talk about selection. It's the best.
And style, we're not talking any old style.
We're talking your style.
We're talking fun, fashion fit.
Remember that?
In downtown Lawrence.
On the scene since '58.
They've seen fashions come and go.
They've rocked and rolled.
Twisted and shouted.
Boogied and discoed.
Surfed and moshed.
They're going to help you.
Not pushy.
Simple, direct fashion.
That's the thing with Aaronsburg's. They're one step ahead.
Everyone knows balls are for throwing, a walk is for exercise, and playing music is for fun. It's even more fun when you're the one making the music. Music is a language for everyone. At Olson Piano and Organ, we have a fine selection of pianos, organs, digital pianos, and ensembles for the amateur as well as the professional. Start your fun today and come see us at Olson Piano and Organ in the Park Plaza, 27th and Iowa.
Hey, stop at that bank. I need some cash.
You have an Earth ATM card?
No, I have an everything I want, everywhere I go, whenever I want, Mercantile Bank, which we just passed card.
Computer coordinates for Mercantile.
I show 15 Mercantile ATMs in this area.
The nearest.
Nearest ATM, the new location on K10.
That's over there.
No, it's over there.
No, it's right over there.
With 15 ATM locations, you might have picked one where we could land.
There's only one rent-to-own center where you can rent it for the living room, family room, bedroom, dining room, or kitchen. Where you can rent a washer, dryer, microwave, camera, stereo, VCR, or TV. Rent it for a day, week, month, or as long as you want. Rent it, rent-to-own it, or just buy it. Don't confuse rent-to-own center with anyone else, because only rent-to-own center gives you more options and flexibility to fit your individual needs. You'll notice a difference the first time you talk with us. Rent-to-own center behind Amprise.
Halftime at Memorial Stadium, the site of the 6A state championship game. Lawrence High School wanting that title back. Out in front now, 6-0 over the Panthers. And the Lions got it on a 62-yard touchdown run by Thomas Daniels. And here it was on 4th down and 2, Nate, on the option.
Well, JD comes around corner and really has one man to beat. The tough thing with this option right here is you always got to be prepared for it. And when you got speed with Thomas Daniels, you can do some great things, and he just basically did this all on his own effort right here.
We've seen a lot of that over the last couple of weeks. had a 64-yarder against Olathe North, which was pretty much a game breaker as we started the second half in the Snow Bowl. And here he puts the Lions out in front. The two-point conversion attempt was no good. And that's where we stand. And it could have been 12-0 here. But look at this defensive stand on 4th and goal from the 1. An impressive play by Jared Foster, number 33, who came around and just put an end to any chance that the Lions could get it in the end zone on that drive.
Now, Foster played smart on that play. He timed that up. He had to wait for J.D., obviously, to get the snap, but he had to have good timing and able for him to get in the backfield and stop the handoff right there. That's a good defensive play.
The Lawrence High School Marching Band taking the field. We'll let you hear from them when we come back as the Jack Ellena Honda halftime report continues.
These Lawrence area businesses salute the Lions.
Since 1983, the 24-hour Walmart and its associates have supported the Lawrence High winning tradition. Walmart salutes the 1995 Lions on a great season.
Avoid car problems this winter. Call or stop by Don's Automotive Center. Fast and professional, Don's Automotive Center, 11th and Haskell.
Lawrence Pizza Company celebrates the success of the Lawrence Lions football with a weekend special. 1 large, 1-topping pizza and 2 drinks for $10 with free delivery.
Thousands of people are driving vehicles with this emblem because they shopped around and found the best price and the best service at Jim Clark Motors right here in Lawrence. But getting the best deal on a new or used car or truck is only part of the story because Jim Clark Motors has 50 employees who work, live, shop, and pay taxes right here in Lawrence. So why pay more at an out-of-town dealership when you can buy in Lawrence and save money? Jim Clark Motors, 29th in Iowa, where you always buy for less.
It's a cold front alert.
Will your heating system survive this winter? Is it down there purring like a kitten? Things solid as a rock? Never think about it, right? Well, the best time to think about your heating system is right now, during your Carrier Inside Guys special trade and save offer. Get a $400 trade-in allowance for your present furnace and air conditioner on a new high-efficiency Carrier home comfort system.
Call Roger Scott at Scott Temperature Equipment, air conditioning and heating specialist since 1945.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
Halftime here at Memorial Stadium where the Lions lead Derby in the 6A state championship game 6-0. A halftime score down in Stillwater. Kansas 9, Oklahoma State 7. Colorado leading Kansas State 7-3 in that football game in the first quarter. Reminder, this is the Jack Ellena Honda halftime report. You're looking at the Lawrence High School Marching Band. And we'll let you hear their next song, and we'll be back with more high school football action from the 6A state championship game after the band. Stay tuned, folks.
East Side Auto, your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repair, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. East Side Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like East Side Auto.
A lot of preparation goes into Thanksgiving. You want everything to be just right. But for that special touch, to tie it all together, why not include a table centerpiece from Owens Flowers? And Owens can match whatever your decor. It can bring out the spirit of your holiday gathering, whether you're giving or receiving. For an eye-pleasing table setting at Thanksgiving, a centerpiece from Owens is the next best thing to the turkey.
Aaronsburg's Style Selection Service.
Always has been, always will be.
Not like the others, there's no need.
Check them out and you know, no contest.
Talk about selection, it's the best.
And style, we're not talking any old style.
We're talking your style.
We're talking fun, fashion fit.
Remember that?
In downtown Lawrence.
On the scene since '58.
They've seen fashions come and go.
They've rocked and rolled.
Twisted and shouted.
Boogied and discoed.
Surfed and moshed.
They're going to help you.
Not pushy.
Simple, direct fashion.
That's the thing with Aaronsburg's. They're one step ahead.
A lob, right ball, back ball. On one, Gurley right side, CV lays it in. Nice. Give everybody out there a little chance. Collided with Abercrombie, and now it's a turnover, and Haskell catch all the action. Kansas Jayhawk basketball. Join me, Jim Braciano, along with Mike Maddox for all the excitement. Watch same-day coverage of every home game on Sunflower Cablevision Channel 6. Welcome back. 6-0 our score. The Lions out in front of the Panthers of Derby High School. This is a Jack Ellen halftime report. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the first half numbers for you. Total yardage, the Lions 196, Panthers 108. First downs fairly even as the Lions have had 6, and they've done that in fourth down as well. Turnovers even at 1 apiece. Thomas Daniels with 160 yards. 160 yards of that offensive total. This has been the Jack Ellen halftime report, where you can see all the new 96 Civics. More room, it's more Civic. See the entire line of 96 Hondas at Jack Ellen Honda. Back with the second half action for you right after this.
Hey, stop at that bank. I need some cash.
You have an Earth ATM card?
No, I have an everything I want, everywhere I go, whenever I want, Mercantile Bank, which we just passed card.
Computer coordinates for Mercantile.
I show 15 Mercantile ATMs in this area.
The nearest.
Nearest ATM, the new location on K10.
That's over there.
No, it's over there.
Oh, it's right over there.
With 15 ATM locations, you might have picked one where we could land.
There's only one rent-to-own center where you can rent it for the living room, family room, bedroom, dining room, or kitchen. Where you can rent a washer, dryer, microwave, camera, stereo, VCR, or TV. Rent it for a day, week, month, or as long as you want. Rent it, rent-to-own it, or just buy it. Don't confuse Rent-to-Own Center with anyone else, because only Rent-to-Own Center gives you more options and flexibility to fit your individual needs. You'll notice a difference the first time you talk with us. Rent-to-Own Center behind Amprize.
We're at halftime where the Lions are out in front of the Panthers by a single score. And while the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those who treat competition as a game and not a war. Those who show genuine concern for an injured player, or those who accept all decisions by the officials. Remember to be a sport when you attend a high school event. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association. Jerry Skockle across the way with the shorts on. I talked to him just briefly before the game, Nate, and he said, hey, great day to be wearing shorts, isn't it?
He cracks me up. This guy is so dedicated to being Jerry Skockle that he really give you a good laugh out there. Every week you see him out there with shorts. Last week we saw him out there with shorts. You remember what it was like. He is a great coach for this football team and a true character.
Well, that's the third straight time these two teams have met here at State. The only other time two teams met 3 consecutive years was Lawrence High School against Manhattan. That was the 87, 88, and 89 seasons. LHS won, lost, and then won back the championship from Manhattan. And again, the Panthers down there are 23-0 since losing back to the Lions in the 1993 state championship game, 27-23. And the Panthers overall 1-2 in state championship games. Teams warming up about a minute before second half action. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back to bring it to you here live on Channel 6. Be back after this.
Motors has 50 employees who work, live, shop, and pay taxes right here in Lawrence. So why pay more at an out-of-town dealership when you can buy in Lawrence and save money? Jim Clark Motors, 29th in Iowa, where you always buy for less.
Lawrence High School to receive again as we start the second half. Derby with the win as the shadows grow long on the field, and before long the shadows along the sidelines will start to creep out near the hash marks. Chris DeVore, the first time he kicked off in this football game, pushed it back through the end zone with that nice, strong southerly wind behind him. Three Lions will be back deep, standing in the end zone. There's Louderbarger. Tom Young trying to push his record over the last 2 years to 24-0. And the second half is underway. This one is a short kick, taking it to the 4-yard line. Louderbarger across the 25. JD to the outside. Tries to get a block from the Halchick and is down at the 35-yard line.
Good blocking up front for Lawrence right there. Good hustle by Derby.
First down and 10 from the 34. Daniels across the 41-yard line. Seven-yard pickup for Daniels. Now they'll give him 6. They'll mark him down at the 40-yard line. Just underway in the second half. Daniels, 166 yards rushing on the option. Louderbarger is going to be cut off, but now turns it into a gain near first down territory. JD almost brought that down back in the backfield. Made a nice little turn at the end to pick up some positive yardage.
He's a very elusive quarterback. He runs very low to the ground, and he makes good decisions. Watch JD. He just kind of evades this one guy right there. That's the guy you're talking about. Then he tucks it up and goes under. Good play by Derby. They've been coached up this halftime about how to stop that option. They're well prepared, and you're going to see a different offense for Lawrence because that's going to force them to do different things.
Lions 1 of 5 converting on third downs and make it 2 of 6 as they have it. That was Garrett Addick busting out to the 49-yard line. Chris DeVore in on the stop for the Panthers.
Well, the chains keep rolling right there. The give is to Addick right up the middle. They didn't have much success up front, but you know they cleaned a few things up at halftime, and they got a better block up front by the center, and Garrett was able to go for the first down.
Lions now with 7 first downs in this football game. Handoff Daniels into the secondary, and Daniels could spring another one. Thomas down inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. 25-yard pickup for Thomas Daniels. He has been the difference in this football game, Nate.
He really has, and they're doing a different thing with him right here. Watch them give the backside trap. Big hole up front. Nice blocking by Lee Myers. Springing Thomas loose. Great block up front by Ryan Cox. If he had sealed that up, Thomas could have gone all the way into the house. Again, though, Jim, they're going to change their offense. They're not going to run as much option, but they're going to use that interior line.
Hand off, quick hitter off to Attic down near the 21-yard line.
And you know, Garrett was just disgusted with himself because he wasn't getting those 5-yard gains like he usually does. Even though they played great defense on him, Garrett, he's such a competitor. You know that he wants to do so well today. Good run by him.
Chris DeVore again, the tackler for Derby High School. Gain of 4 for Tarrant Attic. Averaging 5.3 yards a carry on the season. Pitch goes back to Daniels, one man to Duke. Can he do it? No. Good open field tackle by Troy Glazer, the quarterback who also plays cornerback. Glazer impressively very quick getting to the football.
And he really had to fight his man off right there. What you do as a cornerback, when you got your wide receiver coming up on you, he's trying to steal, almost hold you, but you're trying to just take a look at the play and just shed him off at the right time. Because if you don't make that tackle, that's a touchdown, and he played it well.
Stop Daniels at the 19-yard line, 3rd down and 3. Here's Thomas again. Daniels, touchdown Lions. For the second time this afternoon, Thomas Daniels carries it across for Lawrence High School.
And he gives a big high five to Lee Myers. He made that play go. Thomas Daniels is having an awesome day like he has been the past few weeks. Great blocking up front by Lee Myers. And Thomas just does it like he always has. Big play for the Lions.
Nice stride in the end zone as Daniels now over 200 yards rushing at 213. Joe Carnes is along the sidelines. We'll get to Joe right after this 2-point conversion attempt. The pitch, Daniels, no. He's put down hard back at the 10-yard line. Joe, quickly.
I tell you, Jim, the guy that made that touchdown go was Pat Mason. He threw a great block on the outside, and that just cleared the way for Daniels to get to the outside and go up the sideline.
Penalty flag on the play.
15 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
That was against the Lions, a personal foul of 15
Try for
yards.
point, no good.
So it'll stand 12-0 Lions here in the 3rd.
It's a cold front alert.
Will your heating system survive this winter? Is it down there purring like a kitten? Things solid as a rock? Never think about it, right? Well, the best time to think about your heating system is right now, during your Carrier Inside Guys special Trade and Save offer. Get a $400 trade-in allowance for your present furnace and air conditioner on a new high-efficiency Carrier home comfort system.
Call Roger Scott at Scott Temperature Equipment, air conditioning and heating specialist since 1945.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
Well, the Lions will kick off from the Derby 45-yard line. I must stand corrected. That personal foul is against the Panthers after the play. So David Humbarger, who will kick into the win, will kick from the Panthers 45, and this will help. Humbarger gets good foot on it, 1 yard deep, and it'll be a touchback. So the Panthers will have it out at the 20-yard line. Lawrence High 12-0. That scoring drive, 6 plays, 71 yards, just under 3 minutes needed. All runs, 2 by Thomas Daniels of 25 and 19 for the score. From the I formation, Troy Glazer. 1st down and 10. Handoff goes to Holt. And Chuck Holt trying to hang on to the football. The Lions go for the strip. Holt gets out near the 23.
Well, in the first half, the Lawrence defense did a nice job of just trying to win the line of scrimmage, keeping an eye on Holt and their other running back, Robbins. They've been able to just hold them to 3 or 4 yards each carry. These guys are used to averaging 6.8 to 5.3 yards a carry, but the Lawrence interior line is doing a solid job up front. It's causing those linebackers to make some big tackles.
Glazer's gone to the air 5 times. His last pass was an interception. On the ground, Holt. Chuck Holt grinds it out to the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and short. This Derby club averages 12 first downs a game. You compare that to the Lions offense, Nate, getting 16 a contest, and they now have just 5 first and 10s in this game. And converting in 3rd down situations, 2 of 5 for the Panthers. They need 2 yards. Football at the 28-yard line. Here's Glazer. Oh, and he is buried. Dominic Kilpatrick got him high. Pat Mason nailed him low.
Those 2 guys are playing big today. Pat Mason moving his man out, then Kilpatrick coming in and finishing him off. Watch up front, number 57, nice and low. Just cuts his man out, allowing number 31 to come in and just shellac this guy. A big play on defense by Lawrence. Very impressive to see that they're not letting up at all.
So Mason was on his hands and knees and reached out and grabbed Glazer around the ankles. And it'll force Ron Duncan to punt for the 2nd time this afternoon. And he has the win, so it could be a good one. Duncan, a lot of foot. And he carries it a long way. Fair catch called for and taken by Laudebarger at the 29. Lions have the football, up by 2 scores.
Eastside Auto, your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repairs, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. Eastside Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or a free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like Eastside Auto.
Introducing the Odyssey, the Honda of minivans, a vehicle designed to comfortably travel the line between needs and desires. Designed with the kind of thinking you'd expect from Honda to fit your lifestyle. It's comfortable and inviting, easy to get in and out, with a low step in height, room for 6 passengers, a sunroof to let in fresh air, and front-wheel drive. With places to go and things to do, the Odyssey will take you there in comfort and style. Come see the all-new Odyssey, now at Jack Elena Honda.
Lawrence High fans across the way basking in a 12-point lead and some brilliant sunshine on a late autumn afternoon. Tremendous weather for football. Tom Young looking to his assistant coaches during the timeout. He really has to get going offensively, Nate, to get back in this football game. The Lions defense is really stepping up and playing what we've seen in the latter part of this season.
They really do. Derby has got to start throwing the football. They're getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter. They need to have, 3 and out on defense. I expect to see a lot more passing. Since they have thrown for 1,000 yards, they do have that in their arsenal.
Right now, though, the Lions going against the wind, not allowing Derby to have much time offensively out there. Here's Attig over left tackle, and the Lions will keep grinding it out. A gain of 8 for Garrett Attig.
Right there is a nice block up front. Shane Webb and Pat Mason work together very well. They such a strong center box with Brett Romey, Shane Webb, and Pat Mason. They're moving a lot of people out, and when you put the ball in this guy's hands, he can do so much with it because he's just a north and south runner. He always keeps his legs going. And I know I keep saying this week in and week out, but he always impresses me.
Gain of 9 actually on that last carry, so the clock at 5:40. And Daniels will stop the play, and Thomas is ready to head for another big run. And most likely it will be against the offensive unit. And there is quite a healthy contingent of Derby fans here for this football game.
False start. Prior to the snap, 5 yards. Still second down.
They really do. They're coming all the way from Wichita. There's so many people in green. It just shows their dedication. The past couple of years have been just a joy for them, I'm sure.
Trying to keep the 23-game winning streak alive. And the Lions trying to regain that state championship trophy. Second down after the 5-yard penalty. Nice cut outside by Daniels, and can be brought down near the 40-yard line, close to a first down. It looks like we may have our first injury of this game.
Well, it looks like number 46 is going to be all right. That's Rob Younger. The Derby fans are definitely into this football game because they're yelling and screaming about the kind of spot. Watch Thomas Daniels. Yeah, he bounces to the outside. I was kind of wondering, I was talking to you before about this, what's going to happen to Thomas Daniels when he gets done playing Lawrence High football? I know he's going to play basketball, but as far as when he gets out of high school, I really think this guy could be a great receiver or slot back for any Division I football team. He's got such quickness. He's a smart, intelligent young man, and he just does nothing but impress a lot of folks.
I think with his speed and his quickness, you're right, Nate. And the size is what would hurt him at the next level, 160 pounds. But you're right, he could be an excellent receiver. He has 2 catches this year. And once you get him the football, he can go. JoJo Polk, number 44, was a backup running back. The Lions moved him into the slot position. Here's Addick powering his way out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 for Garrett Addick. And this is what we've seen all year with Garrett. He just pounds it out, chunks out some yardage. And although he does have that breakaway threat, just really content to go off tackle with him.
He is. He's content to get those hard-nosed yards for you. He's the kind of guy that shows up with his lunch pail, and he knows when he's going to have that little break to have his sandwich, but then throughout the whole day, he's going to go to work. He's the kind of guy you want on your football team.
4.5 minutes here in the third. 12-0 the score. The Lions dominating this third quarter on the clock. Loose football bounces right back into JD's hands. He'll turn it into a 1-yard gain.
Well, that may not look like a big play, but it could have been a big play for Derby. Just bad exchange right there by JD. I think, you know, when you run the option, you read a certain player, and sometimes you give it to the fullback, sometimes you pull it out, and sometimes you get caught in between, and I think that's what happened right there.
JD got the basketball bounce there. It is basketball practice going on this week at Lawrence High. Lauderbarger ready to head over that way come Monday. Third down and 4 Lions. Here's Daniels with the first down, trying to get outside, and he's brought down once again by number 11, Troy Glazer. Glazer's had his hands full with Daniels on the defensive end of this football game all day.
Bud Thomas just slipped right through, just great quickness. Once again, good blocking up front by Pat Mason and Brett Romey. And Thomas was just a step away, or I should say balance away from going for another touchdown.
Daniels 219 yards on the afternoon. Gives Kansas the Lions its 11th first down. I wanted to pass on the Kansas score, 16-7 in the third quarter. LT Levine with the touchdown run for the Jayhawks. We're here in the third, 12-0, 3 minutes to play.
Well, a lot of people here in Lawrence are very excited about that Kansas game. They're playing Oklahoma State, a much improved football team, a scary football team, the way they beat Oklahoma last week. I guess this game is very important for Kansas as far as like what they're going to do during Christmas time for a bowl game.
Could end up in the Holiday Bowl over in San Diego. Lauderbarger on the keeper. JD Glazer cut him down at the 42. A flag is thrown in that area.
And the line official threw the flag, so there's something on the line that he saw. Take a look, folks. You make the call. I don't know exactly what it was. It may have been that block right there, right in the back. That's a hold. You can't do that.
That'll go down as the 4th penalty against the Lions in this football game.
Holding, offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat second down.
Dick Purdy across the way.
Looks like he's got his fishing hat on there. Do some ice fishing.
Not the kind of hat normally seen this time of year by him. Here's Laudenbarger going to make up for it. JD down to the 44-yard line of Derby. It'll bring up third down and about 6.
Again, a good decision by JD right here. He's got the option to pitch the ball, but the defense is out there. They skate out there, cutting him off. Great defense right there by the defensive end for Derby. That's Justin Williams. No, excuse me, that's Matt Leisler. But JD, he's just, he knows how to run this offense. I can't, you know, I'd like to see the guy throw the football because I know he's a good throwing quarterback, but he runs this option so well.
Laudenbarger 0 for 2 passing today. The 1 interception to keep it on the ground. Daniels, and he breaks free. Thomas gets down to the 31-yard line. Daniels broke free after he had the first down and gained another 6-7 yards.
That's great second effort. Thomas Daniels is having an awesome day, and so is this offensive line. You can't say enough about the kind of block you get right there from Pat Mason. He just jarred number 34 for Derby, and then watch the second effort by Thomas. Something else.
T.J. Smith in on the tackle for the Panthers, but Daniels gets the football down to the 32 of Derby. Attic to the 30. Again, the Lions just chunking that clock away, Nate. It's down to 1:15 now.
And that's the great thing about this whole system that Dick Purdy has. When you run it successfully, I should say, you're going to run a lot of clock off. And when you got a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter, it's a scary thing if you're the opponent.
And you can see the ridge in the field for drainage. The Lions on the far hash. Handoff goes off Daniels. Ooh, he's corralled hard. Nick Majeski, number 71. Only a junior. Well, there's talk about the numbers that Derby has and that they can very well be back here again next year, as could Lawrence High School.
Yeah, you know, with Lawrence, it's going to be who's going to step up a lot more because you got basically 18 guys that are seniors starting on offense and defense. That's 9 apiece on each side. 2 guys coming back on each side. With Derby, you've got 8 guys coming back, so that's more of a nucleus. But what great programs produce great players, players that haven't played for 4 years. They'll produce because they've got a good system.
On 3rd and 6, Daniels, and he dives forward. He's shy of a first down as the clock stops with 2 seconds, and now we'll have played through 3, and the Lions will face 4th and short when we come back.
Aaronsburg, style, selection, service.
Always has been, always will be.
Not like the others, there's no need.
Check them out and you know, no contest.
Talk about selection, it's the best.
And style, we're not talking any old style.
We're talking your style.
We're talking fun, fashion fit.
Remember that?
In downtown Lawrence.
On the scene since 58.
They've seen fashions come and go.
They've rocked and rolled.
Twisted and shouted.
Boogied and discoed.
Surfed and moshed.
They're going to help you.
Not pushy.
Simple, direct fashion.
That's the thing with Aaronsburg's. They're one step ahead.
Everyone knows balls are for throwing, a walk is for exercise, and playing music is for fun. It's even more fun when you're the one making the music. Music is a language for everyone. At Olson Piano and Organ, we have a fine selection of pianos, organs, digital pianos, and ensembles for the amateur as well as the professional. Start your fun today and come see us at Olson Piano and Organ in the Park Plaza, 27th and Iowa.
12-0 in the state championship game. Lawrence High over Derby. A reminder that the dictionary defines good sportsmanship as playing fair and being a good winner and loser. We often forget that it's more important to be gracious in victory. Good sports act courteously and maintain self-control in all circumstances. Remember to be a fan and not a fanatic when watching interscholastic athletics. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activities Association. Through 3 quarters, the Lions with 318 yards of total offense, all on the ground. Derby 101. catches, 39 of that coming through the air, and I would imagine we'll see a lot more passes thrown here in the fourth quarter. Leading ground gainer is Chuck Holt with 42 yards for the Panthers. The Lions, Thomas Daniels, a career-high 237 on 20 carries. Garrett Addix with 41. The Lions need 1 yard here for the first down. Lauderbarger throws it. He has Adding wide open. Garrett Adding inside the 15. Still on his feet to the 7. 4th and 1. The Lions throw it.
Well, that's Lawrence High School right there. When you least expect it, they'll run the play-action pass. They run the football so much. This fake counter trap, watch J.D. come around, and then he's got Garrett wide open. Christopher is able to come up from the free safety position, but he had nothing but green in front of him. Great call by Dick Purdy.
Rod Keener also in on the stop. First and goal inside the 10. J.D. Lauderbarger, touchdown Lions from 7 yards out. Well, we talked about it earlier, shades of a year ago. It was Derby up at halftime by a single score. They came back, scored 14 points in the third, and you can credit this one to the third quarter as well because it was the drive that set it up here with 11:33 to play in this football game.
You know, it really did, and they did just a great job of executing. Just a fake to Thomas Daniels is all you need to do. He's had such a big day, you know there's going to be plenty of an alley for you to run through, and J.D. knew that and capitalized on it. Look at that offensive line. Pat Mason's just fired up. Every single one of those guys is working hard today.
JoJo Polk split out on the two-point conversion. The pass thrown to Polk. Did he get it? Yes, the Lions get 2. Shane Webb leads the charge off the field along with Pat Mason. And the Lions have put 2 more on top. They make it 20-0 over Derby.
Quick slant, execution, and a big day.
Stop at that bank. I need some cash.
You have an Earth ATM card?
No, I have an everything I want, everywhere I go, whenever I want, Mercantile Bank, which we just passed card.
Computer coordinates for Mercantile.
I show 50 Mercantile ATMs in this area.
The nearest.
Nearest ATM, the new location on K10.
That's over there.
No, it's over there.
Oh, it's over there.
With 15 ATM locations, you might have picked one where we could land.
There's only one rent-to-own center where you can rent it for the living room, family room, bedroom, dining room, or kitchen. Where you can rent a washer, dryer, microwave, camera, stereo, VCR, or TV. Rent it for a day, week, month, or as long as you want. Rent it, rent-to-own it, or just buy it. Don't confuse rent-to-own center with anyone else because only rent-to-own center gives you more options and flexibility to fit your individual needs. You'll notice a difference the first time you talk with us. Rent-to-own center behind Amprice.
11:33 left in this football game. The Lions out in front by 3 scores, 20-0. Humbarger will kick off with the win. David lets it hit in the end zone, and it'll be Derby ball on the 20-yard line. The shadows grow, and the Derby fans underneath us in the shade a lot colder than they were just about 20 minutes ago. Reminder that next Saturday you'll be able to watch ESPN2. The Deuce is coming to Sunflower Cablevision. That's the Jayhawks take on Utah at 3 p.m. in basketball from Kemper Arena on Channel 37, ESPN2.
KU has a few games on the Deuce this year, I see.
Quite a few. We'll have all the home games for you here on Channel 6. Same night coverage. Now the pass is thrown, intended for Foster. Nice catch at the 43. Jared Foster on the receiving end, his 3rd in this football game. Well, talking with the LHS coaches this week, Nate, he said that they'll go to 33. They'll have to do that. He's their big play man.
And he's got to execute for this play to happen. He runs a post route, and I don't see why you wouldn't be scared of this guy because he's such an athlete and he makes the big play.
Daniels on the coverage for Lawrence High School. 28-yard pass play. Again, here comes the Foster. Inside the Lions 35. The Derby team is not going to quit yet.
Well, Jim, I think they're starting to get into their offense. I really think they ran the football a little bit too much, and I don't know why, but if they keep doing something like this, they've got a shot at coming back. Putting the ball in Jared Foster's hands is the right thing to do.
Kaufman and Nelson helping out on the stop that time for Lawrence High School. And a flag has been thrown. Somebody jumped by Derby, and it looked again like Troy Glazer was going to go to the pass. Joe Carnes, you're behind that Derby bench. What happened after that Lions score? Did they just shift gears and go to the pass, figuring that's what we got to do?
Well, I think so, because they're behind, and they also want to make something happen, get a big play, something they can grab onto, get fired up again. It was a pretty solemn sideline down here after J.D.'s touchdown.
They need to do something to get that crowd back behind them as well. 10:54 left. The Panthers in need of a score. Just on the edge of the sunshine. From the Lions 38. First down and 15. Glazer has Lauderbarger to beat J.D., and they force him out of bounds at the 27-yard line. 10-yard pickup for Glazer.
Glazer's showing some speed right there, coming to the outside. He never really had a pass option right here. This was just a bootleg. He had plenty of room to run, and he does elude one tackler. A little bit surprising, but this guy got all the way out of bounds with his determination alone. And people thought that was a late hit, but it wasn't. A lot of the Derby fans voicing their opinion.
Give him 11 on the carry. Glazer down with 21 yards rushing. The Panthers, again, a comeback team. They have come back the last two football games in order to get this far. Chuck Holt, and he's going down in the backfield. Shane Wedd. He signed his letter to play baseball at Kansas this past week, and he makes the stop on the football field.
Watch number 52 right over the center, swim right through and make a solid tackle. I think this Lawrence team realizes that Derby is a type of team that can come back, and they're ready to play.
Third down and 5 after the 2-yard loss. Garrett Addick comes up from the safety position. Quarterback draw. Glazer, no, he's shy. He's knocked down at the 26. They'll get a couple on the play. But it'll bring up fourth down at about 4.
That's an interesting call. Tom Young was expecting to catch the defense sleeping right here, but it just doesn't happen. Lawrence plays their responsibilities and holds him off.
The Panthers 0 for 2 in fourth down situations today. They'll go with 2 wide receivers. Jason Newhall split out to the top. Foster in double coverage down low. 9 minutes to play in the football game. The rollout pass complete. Dropped at the 22-yard line. It was in and out of the hands of Aaron Robbins, and the Lions will take it over.
Well, that's a smart defensive call right there by Dick Purdy. As you look at Jeff Randall come up and make a great play, they put 2 men over Foster. So really one man is covering him. This guy is going to cover the flat, and that's Nate Kaufman coming up and making a solid tackle. Actually, folks, that was Jeff Randall making the hit. But again, good defensive call by Dick Purdy.
May have been a case of hearing the footsteps of Randall coming in.
Absolutely.
Because that was almost enough for a first down. The Lions now will take it over at their own 26-yard line. J.D. Lauderbarger planning on playing his baseball at Kansas State. 9 minutes remaining. And he's going deep. And it's almost intercepted. JoJo Polk on the fly pattern was reading 6.
6 all the way. If J.D. would have put a little bit more on this football, JoJo had nothing but touchdown right here. Watch, he gets behind both of these guys. Corey Glazer, especially. JD just touches it too much on a line. You want to get that ball out just a little bit further, but it isn't done. Nice play, though, by number 33, Jared Foster, to come over and knock that ball down.
Well, that had sticks all over it. 20-0, the Lions lead it. On the ground, Thomas Daniels follows a block or two and gets out near the 34-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 for Lawrence High.
Well, the option really has opened this play up. It's kind of a trap, as you see number 77, Willie McKinnis, as well as Pat Mason, come around to spring this kind of a block. This defense is afraid of them attacking the outside, so they're really shading over there, and it's allowing them to run right over the middle.
Thomas Daniels now 244 yards on the ground. Attic dives for the first down to the 39 yards.
Boy, does he lay his body out. Garrett Attic just getting every inch he possibly could. What a heart. Watch this just lay out right here. Folks, this does not feel good. When he gets in the shower after the game, he's going to be burning. That's a great effort right there by number 24.
Daniels and Attic in the I formation now. First down and 10. The Lions from their own 39. And this is Daniels again, trying to get to the outside, spinning off tacklers, and Daniels ankle tackled, saving another 6. He got inside Derby territory before he was tripped up by T.J. Smith.
And I don't know how he does this. I don't know how many guys he eludes right here. He should have been tackled just right around there, but no. He's got such great vision and great foot speed that he's able to just elude 3 or 4 guys. And, Jim, I think he had a chance to take it all the way had he been tripped up by Jared Foster.
258 yards rushing for Daniels. And this is Attic, the first man through. Gains about 4 down to the 43-yard line of Derby. Well, Thomas Daniels, again, with 258 yards on the ground, has had runs of 62, 60, 25, 12, 13, and 14. Well, he's over that 100-yard mark. You take those 2 big runs out. And he has 2 touchdowns to go along with it today. And a 19-yard touchdown run. And 1 from 62. Second down, 6 to go. The pitch goes back to Daniels. He escapes and scampers out of bounds at the 31, but a flag is thrown at about the 39-yard line of the Panthers.
There may be an offensive holding right there. Some type of illegal block. JD kind of pitches that ball out because both his guys have already committed to him. And put it in the hands of this guy, number 25.
Now, Joe, let's get a weather report from you down there on the sideline. Is it cooled off even more so because you're on the Derby side and you're in the shade now and they're not winning this football game?
Well, you can certainly see that on the Derby players. They've got their hands in the tops of their pants. They're huddling. They're feeling a little bit more chilly than the guys on the other side of the field who are warm and in the sunshine. It's definitely cooled down a little bit down here because the sun has gone behind the stands, but it's colder on the losing side.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Daniels. Now a flag is thrown at the 49-yard line near the original line of scrimmage.
Well, they may tag on a late hit right here. Watch them send their linebackers, a couple of them, and JD says good, because this is the kind of play you want going against that kind of defensive scheme.
Lions charged with clipping. And that'll back them up even further. But there's not much time remaining for the Panthers to think about winning this football game. Down 3 scores, 3 touchdowns. 20-0 with 6:51 left.
Clipping offense, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
Lions now 6 penalties for 70 yards, and that's really the only thing they've done wrong in this football game.
It really has. They've never struggled with turnovers in this football game. There's that one interception, but that really didn't have any effect on the game. That's about their only flaw they've had today.
The Lions playing in their 10th consecutive state championship game, 9-3 overall as a program in state championship games. And Daniels trying to spring another one, and Thomas just keeps the shoulders down and keeps the legs pumping. Grabs another 7 yards onto his total.
He's so fun to watch. I mean, you just know he's out there and he's just playing because he loves the game. He does everything he needs to do. He's an overachiever. He doesn't have the body of some of the other running backs in this league. Boy, does he have the heart, and he has a lot of fun. It's just great to see him having a good day.
He turned that no-gainer into a +7 on the play. The Lions maybe feeling the state championship coming back their way now. 6 minutes left. Here's Lauderbarger, who wants to throw, and now he's going to tuck it in and run, looking for a block. Oh, beautiful block at the 45. And J.D. pulled down at the 38-yard line of Derby, close to a first down. 25-yard run by J.D. Lauderbarger.
Watch this run. This is the waggle play action, and keep an eye on number 24, Garrett Addick, come down to the bottom of your screen right here. He's one of the options to throw to, and he realizes he's running. He gets whacked right there. He's not gonna make sure that quarterback does not get hit. Now that's a great guy out there. You protect the quarterback like that.
Nick Majeski all the way back downfield to make the stop. This is close enough for a measurement. Joe Carnes down there.
Jim, I tell you, I think Lawrence might have gotten a break. It looked like the ball popped out of J.D.'s hands at the last part of that tackle, and Derby actually had stolen it away from him. And Robbins, the great fullback and linebacker for Derby, had the ball in his hands and was telling the officials, hey, it was a fumble, it's our ball, but they didn't get the call.
Lions about 2 feet shy of a first down. Good down low. And at this juncture, I would imagine you go ahead and go for it with 5:35 left, Nate.
Absolutely thinking about cleaning this thing off, not giving them any chance. Here comes the fumble on the replay right there. And watch Robbins, as the ball comes loose, got it in his hands. But fortunately for the Lions, they missed that one.
Lions 2 of 3 converting in 4th down situations today. Punting has not been a big factor.
Well, the one that they missed out on 6 points, and that was a big play at that juncture in the game.
5:30 to play, 20-0. The Lions may just be deciding to go ahead and use this clock on up and then call a timeout. Now they'll stop it before the penalty flag is thrown. So we'll take a quick break here from the 6A state championship game. Jim Brasciano and Nate Florell with you as Channel 6 Sports is bringing you the action live right here on Channel 6.
We found out we were expecting, so we bought a 3-bedroom house.
Then we found out we were having quadruplets. We needed fast relief.
We called Realty Executives, and they found a 5-bedroom house that we love.
Realty Executives gave us fast relief.
Get fast relief. Call Realty Executives.
Realty Executives is a world leader in real estate with some of the most productive agents in the business. Using state-of-the-art marketing methods, Realty Executives agents get results in your neighborhood and around the world. Realty Executives, when it comes to real estate, we know our way around.
These Lawrence area businesses salute the Lions.
Since 1983, the 24-hour Walmart and its associates have supported the Lawrence High winning tradition. Walmart salutes the 1995 Lions on a great season.
Avoid car problems this winter. Call or stop by Don's Automotive Center. Fast and professional, Don's Automotive Center, 11th and Haskell.
Lawrence Pizza Company celebrates the success of the Lawrence Lions football with a weekend special. 1 large, 1-topping pizza and 2 drinks for $10 with free delivery.
Hey, you don't see shutouts very often in state championship games, and you don't see records like that very often as well. The Lions, as we've told you, last 10 years have played in the championship game. Look at Dick Purdy's record here at Lawrence High School. 66-5 in 6 seasons. JD didn't get the first down. Strong defensive stand by Derby.
That was Justin Williams that just made his way through and made his presence known.
The Lions will give it back to the Panthers, who would like to make this look a little more respectable in the papers tomorrow. They're being shut out. They did it to the Lions last year, and both teams out there's a few players that played on both these squads a year ago, and they know how it feels. Panthers will have the football at their own 38. Again, that'll be offsides against the Lions. It looked as though Garrett Addig was trying to get a jump on that play. Came up from the safety position.
A little surprise blitz right there. Want to shake up Kevin Goodwin, the new Panther quarterback.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. 5 yards. First down.
Well, they made a change at quarterback. We'll see if we can get a comment from Joe Carnes to make sure that Troy Glazer's all right. And perhaps, Joe, they've just decided to bring in Goodwin. He's 10 of 17, 100 yards passing. Also a senior. Maybe they're, I hate to say conceding defeat, but that appears they're going to put a lot of players on the field.
Yeah, I think that's the case, Jim. There's nothing wrong with Glazer. Goodwin was warming up on the sideline during that last timeout with every intention of coming into the ball game if they could stop Lawrence High.
That's still the tailback, the talented one. Chuck Holt, also a senior, gets across the midfield stripe into Lions territory. Good for another Derby first down.
Well, you got to think that Tom Young just really wants to get as many seniors in as possible at this point. You said the game is out of reach, so why not get some guys in that really worked hard for 4 years and let them have some fun.
This Derby football team averages 312 yards on offense per game, and the Lions defense just shut them down. That pass tipped and goes incomplete. That'll stop the clock. Derby's offensive output, Nate, has been cut in half today. 165 yards. The Lions have compiled 406.
That's amazing. And another amazing statistic would be to take a look at the time of possession, because really that has been the key for Lawrence. It's just running out the clock. Those long, drawn-out running drives that they've had has just dominated this game.
Clock is stopped momentarily at 4:20. Second down and 10. Goodwin swings it downfield. Could be intercepted. Knocked incomplete. Chris DeVore, the intended receiver.
Intended for number 83.
Well, this Derby team stopped the Lions state championship winning streak at 5 in a row a year ago. The Lions would like to start another one and appear on their way. Some redemption and some revenge.
Jim, watch Jeff Randall right here. Whap. I heard that. I wanted to yell, but I knew you were talking. I was holding that in for a long time. That is just all-out effort out down there. Jeff Randall just cracked him.
It'll be 3rd and 10 now from the 49 of the Lions. Goodwin under pressure, swings it. Again, too high, and it goes incomplete. Flag is thrown, though, at the 44. Daniels was on the coverage of Jared Foster. And it'll be pass interference against the Lions, and that ball well overthrown. Watch it over the top of your screen.
Yeah, you'd like to see if this ball is anywhere near catchable. But irregardless, it takes him out of the play.
Pass interference. Defense. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
The officials have had some work today with all these penalties.
Lions 90 yards in penalties. Former Lawrence High School football coach Bill Freeman in the booth next to us here at the stadium. Dick Purdy will tie his record with this championship. 5 state crowns for Coach Purdy. And a long pass intended for DeVore. Goodwin's got a good arm in the backup roll. It goes incomplete. Stops the clock at 4:06. That is an incredible mark when you think about it. 6 years at Lawrence High School, 5 state crowns for Dick Purdy.
And it's not like he can go out and really recruit people, you know. The state of Kansas is not the most highly populated state. And he's just done a great job with the pool of people he has that come to school there with the great tradition and he's kept that tradition going. Very, very impressive.
Second down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Handoff. That's the fullback powering his way down inside the Lions' 25-yard line for a first down. Aaron Robbins on the carry.
Tackle made by number 16.
Well, Robbins getting a chance to show what he has right here. A very big guy. They got a lot of really big fullbacks. The part of their offense when they run the fullback, they definitely want him to be a big guy.
Clock starts again. Panthers with all 3 timeouts remaining. They'll go with 3 wide receivers on the play. The option. And taken down at the 23-yard line is Robbins again.
Number 42, Aaron Robbins takes the pitch. Driven out of bounds by 17, Jeff Randall.
This Lawrence High team, very intelligent, very smart, football savvy. They've worked all year long to get to this point. A lot of people figured after that Olathe North loss way back in the beginning of the season that this team could be done. May not be here. And Dick Purdy said, hey, they would be here. They're a good football team and knew they'd be back. That pass batted up in the air and it goes incomplete. They have fulfilled the dream of being 6A state champs. You know, Glenn Mason summed it up this week. He couldn't be here to watch his son Pat play. He said not many kids get to play in a state championship game. You're down to the final 2 teams. And he says it's on his club as well. There's not many kids on the college level that have played in a state championship game, Nate.
I was about to say that when I was on the roster for Kansas, I didn't know too many guys that had been in the state championship game. Really marquee players that are playing in the NFL.
J.D. Lauterbarger on the pick. A flag was thrown back at the 34 in the area of Goodwin. It'll be charged against Derby, but the interception taken by J.D. Lauterbarger. And that'll be his 2nd interception today.
J.D. is one of the guys that is just having a...
Illegal shift. Offense declined. Ball is intercepted. First down on the 20.
J.D.'s one of those guys out there just having a tremendous day. He's done just about everything right on offense as well as on defense. Lawrence is going to miss him. I'm sure there's someone that can step up and take his role, but his kind of leadership just doesn't come around that often.
Goodwin on the interception. And the Lions will have time to run out the clock with 2:52 left. J.D. Lauterbarger wants a timeout to talk to the coaching staff on first down and 10. We'll take one as well as you hear from some of the fine sponsors of Lawrence High School football on Channel 6.
Thousands of people are driving vehicles with this emblem because they shopped around and found the best price and the best service at Jim Clark Motors right here in Lawrence. But getting the best deal on a newer used car or truck is only part of the story, because Jim Clark Motors has 50 employees who work, live, shop, and pay taxes right here in Lawrence. So why pay more at an out-of-town dealership when you can buy in Lawrence and save money? Jim Clark Motors, 29th in Iowa, where you always buy for less.
A lob, right ball, back ball. On one, Gurley right side, CV lays it in. Nice.
Give everybody out there a little chance.
Collided with Abercrombie, and now it's a turnover, and Haskell.
Catch all the action. Kansas Jayhawk basketball. Join me, Jim Braciano, along with Mike Maddox for all the excitement. Watch same-day coverage of every home game on Sunflower Cablevision Channel 6.
Look along the Lions bench. 20-0. Dane Hammersmith in at quarterback, new running back for the Lions as well. It's Charlie Bremer on the carry. Lawrence High offensively to this point over 400 yards in a football game just dominated by the red and black.
Clearly dominated in the rushing category. the biggest part of their offense. They've been so successful.
Hammerschmidt, and he goes down at the 25-yard line. He'll lose a yard. Everybody getting a chance to play in this football game, so they can say they've been in a state championship game. I want to go back to one thing, Nate. Earlier this week, Dick Purdy had the sophomores and some juniors out there working out with the team in practice, mainly to get the sophomores accustomed to what it's like during state championship week. And now they're getting a chance to play in the football game and be along the sidelines. He says that really helps when you look toward the future. They know what it's all about. They know that feeling.
They really do. It really creates a vision, some type of a dream and goals for them. So they really don't have any obstacles in the way. You know, it's just a smart move by Dick Purdy. And you know what? He really cares about these kids. He wants them to come to practice and really have that kind of a dream. And for them to do that, that's just a great blessing for them.
There's some Derby fans who'll have a little bit longer trip home, but they've experienced this before. 2 years ago, when their team lost to the Lions, they also had that happy trip home last year. And now on 4th down and 3, the Lions will call a timeout with 1:06 left to play. What a great job by the coaching staff as well for Lawrence High School. Dick Purdy, the assistant coaches, Dirk Wedd, Jerry Skockle, Chuck Holly, Scott Stidham, David Petrie, Greg Farley, and Don Dirk, and the managers, Josh Baldwin, Chip Basil, Becky Smith, Grady Tanner, Shelley Moss, Dorothy Shuckozy. Congratulations to Ron Commons. State championship comes back to Lawrence High School in his trophy case, the athletic director at Lawrence High.
Well, Lawrence has had a lot of incredible victories in the past year or so with the basketball and now this football victory.
Here's the punt, and it'll be down in Derby territory at about the 46-yard line. I'll try to hang on for you here this afternoon and get you the trophy presentation, maybe some quick comments from some of the players and coaches down on the sideline. There's a runner-up trophy. The Lions had that last year. It's not one you really want to have in your hand if you're a coach or a player, but it does say a lot. You are the second best team in the state of Kansas.
It really does, and you can say that, and you can also say, well, I don't want it. But it does mean a lot because you have accomplished so much. And for this Derby team, they really have an impressive record, 23-0 up to this game. They have nothing to hang their heads on.
Pass is thrown. That one's going to be intercepted. Taken away at the 40-yard line on the INT, Pete Grant. The Lions offensive unit will come back out on the field one more time. As Goodwin just kind of hung this one up. And it's his second interception thrown here today.
Pete Grant getting a chance to play, just having a ball out there. This is his last football game. What a great memory.
The sun still shines on the Lawrence High fans as their team has the spotlight in the state of Kansas here today. The Lions, I believe, will have to sit on the football one more time before the celebration begins. That's just a quick handoff, and that'll do it. The Lions are #1. The 1995 6A state champions.
Once again, all non-participating
Thomas Daniels, 265 yards rushing today. The Lions, 411 total yards of offense, and holding the Panthers to just 177 yards. We'll take a quick timeout from Memorial Stadium. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
When it comes to same-day surgery, we never forget you have a choice. That's why we've built in the expertise and comfort you want, says Tom Campbell, Surgical Services Director at LMH. Like specialty teams focused on the unique needs of each procedure, state-of-the-art equipment, private waiting rooms for patients and families. What's more, Tom adds, it's all backed by the resources of a full-service hospital. For same-day surgery, there's really only one choice: Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Community care, community pride.
East Side Auto, your one-stop repair shop, including major engine repair, tune-ups, transmissions, brakes, electrical work, oil changes, new and used tires. East Side Auto also features Lawrence's premier mechanics to do the job right. Free pickup and delivery or a free shuttle service downtown to shop while you wait. Students are always welcome. For a limited time, take advantage of this special.
Get a radiator flush and fill, only $39.95.
Nobody cares for your car or truck, and nobody cares about you like East Side Auto.
A lot of preparation goes into Thanksgiving. You want everything to be just right. But for that special touch, to tie it all together, why not include a table centerpiece from Owens Flowers? And Owens can match whatever your decor. It can bring out the spirit of your holiday gathering, whether you're giving or receiving. For an eye-pleasing table setting at Thanksgiving, a centerpiece from Owens is the next best thing to the turkey.
Lawrence High School, the #1 team in the state. Once again, 20-0. The Lions knock off the defending state champion Derby Panthers. Special thanks to all our sponsors that were with us this entire season, this championship season. And again, all the people involved in bringing you Lawrence High School football on Channel 6. You know, Nate, the Lions came out, showed the state of Kansas they are the best.
Annie, we got Garrett Agate.
Garrett Agate standing by down with Joe Carnes down on the field. Take it away, Joe.
Garrett, first of all, congratulations, and how much more is this a special feeling since you lost this game last year, the same team?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, there's nothing like this in the world. I mean, I've won a pole vault state championship, and it doesn't even come close to this because we're such a... Together as a team, we're so close, I don't think there's ever going to be another team like this.
Tell me what you thought watching Thomas Daniels run today. Have you ever seen him run any better?
We had a speech from a ex-KU coach, and he was talking about how the back should try to never go down, and that's all Thomas kept on saying is, I'm not going down. And he ran the ball like crazy. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Congratulations.
A lot.
Garrett
Agate on the championship Lawrence Lions. Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. I was going to say, let's let him get back in the middle of that group there and have some time to celebrate. As the Lions have the trophy, they have the hardware and the name to go along with it. The 1995 6A state champs. For our statisticians, Mike Zimmerman, Patrick Manning, for Joe Carnes, and Nate Florell, this is Jim Brasciano saying thanks for being with us. Your final again, Lawrence High School 20, Derby nothing, and the Lions are the 6A state champs. So long, everybody.